Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up second.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brought down by
pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Let's go, D. Shit. King. Check safety. Alert.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's going to be caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Good. Next the score, Steelers 7, Broncos nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10.
Complete to K.J.
A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Locke to throw. Flushed out right. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a gain of 5.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
2 yards.
Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and now it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Lock. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
On the keeper.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Lock. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Broncos 3.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
4 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. After the turnover, here's Locke, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke able to get this to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Locke. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Denver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Judy. And I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And a Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent, who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Phillip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the... And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now is Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Complete.
Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 17. Steelers 7. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you,
try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
This interception would go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Open man Hamler, that's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60. I got you, boy. Box shot. 51. Here we go. Mike 51.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Steelers.
So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
only time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end. He's got daylight. 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Steelers 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll run the end around here with Judy. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense.
diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second down and 5. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Philip Lindsay,
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Locke working out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. First fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. They'll look to run with Connor, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
The ball
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Locke on the bootleg. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Back now in Pittsburgh, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Back now in Pittsburgh, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Block on the give, it's Lindsey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The tackle made by
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Black 30. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Steelers first down.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders point.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ray McLeod there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Good. Makes the score Broncos 27, Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock defensively. They have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Locke to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Going to throw it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.